the Quran, and we don't eat pork. I had a couple uncles that was Muslim, and that's the only thing they told me is that we cannot eat pork, and this is a book called the Quran. So I told him I was Muslim, and he asked me, where do you pray? And I told him, to be honest, I never entered a masjid in my life. I said, I don't go pray. He said, why don't you come to the mosque? Why don't you come to the mosque where we at and come? And come meet some of the brothers. Eventually, after he called me for a while, I went. I took up his offer. And I remember when I walked into the masjid, I seen a sense of brotherhood that you didn't see in the streets, and that I didn't see among the outlaws. So I wanted to get literature about the religion of Islam. And I also was confused because, like I said, the people that killed my mother and father, they was members of the Nation of Islam. So it was a point in my life where I thought the Nation of Islam and the religion of Islam was the same. And it wasn't until when the brother gave me literature, and the first time that I opened the Quran, even though it was an English translation and I read it, I said there is no way on the face of the earth that these are words of a man. I knew for a fact that a man could never write what I was reading. And I was around people like Pac, and he was a poet, I was a writer, I was around people that write poems. But when I read the Quran, there is no way a man could come up with the words, put it the way it is. There is no way a man could explain things like that. So it kind of drew me in, and I started to get more literature. And when I started to read, I noticed that the Nation of Islam and the religion of Islam is two different religions. For example, if nobody familiar with the Nation of Islam, it is more like a cult or maybe a man-made religion that was started by Elijah Muhammad and Farah Muhammad, and they brought this, and they basically did what the people back in the day did with the Bible. When they took the African slaves and they said that Jesus is a white man, he was your Lord, and everybody, and you guys are inferior, etc. So they used the Quran and they started to say that white people are devils. And they started to say that the black people are the chosen people. And they also said that Allah, A'udhu Billah, was a black man. And they started to teach this stuff amongst the people. And they also started to teach the people that black people are the chosen people. So when I read this, when I read the religion of Islam, and it was saying, for example, that there is nothing in the creation unlike Allah. And we know as a Muslim, Allah is not a male, Allah is not a female, Allah is not black, Allah is not white. Allah is the creator of the heavens and the earth. He is the creator of males, He is the creator of females, He's the creator of every single thing. And when I started to read about the religion of Islam, and it started to teach me that, for example, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he said that every prophet was sent to their nation and to their tribe. For example, Jacob was sent to the children of Israel. Jesus was sent to the children of Israel. Moses to the children of Israel. And the Prophet Muhammad said, I'm the only prophet that was sent to the whole of humanity. Whether he's an Arab, whether he's not an Arab, whether he's black, white, green, purple, whatever form he come in, whether he's Asian, whatever, the message of Islam is for the whole humanity. So when I read that, I said, oh, this is another difference on the Nation of Islam. They said it's only for the black people. So when I read that, the more that I read about the religion of Islam, it kind of drew me in. And eventually I took my Shahada, which means I converted to the religion of Islam. And also reading about the religion of Islam, it kind of blew me away because, like I said, I was raised Christian. At one point, I remember I used to read certain parts of the Bible, and I remember my grandmother used to tell me how God in the Bible created the heaven in 6 or 7 days, 6 days, and He took a rest on the 7th day. And I always remember that as growing up, maybe from the natural feature of my natural disposition of the way Allah created me, that never made sense to me. I used to always say, why would God get tired? I never could understand. And it seemed like everything that I had asked questions for, it was in the religion of Islam. We know Allah says in Ayatul Kursi that He's the preserver, the protector of the heavens and the earth, and that no fatigue overcomes Him. Allah doesn't get sleepy. Allah doesn't eat. Allah doesn't drink. Allah doesn't rest. For example, Allah is the creator of every single thing. Allah is the one that can make it rain in London while it's sunny in Los Angeles. Allah is the one that can make a leaf. The leaf will not fall all the way in the forest in Africa without the permission of Allah. So this is how the religion of Islam was explaining. Every day Allah had affairs that He had to take advantage. If you just think about it, just think. For example, every single day we wake up. Do you know how many people wake up every single day? They only wake up from the permission of Allah. Allah knows the time that they're going to wake up. Allah knows the second that they're going to wake up. Allah every day He raises some people. Allah He honors some people. He lowers some people. Every second Allah might bring somebody to life, or He might take the soul of a person. Allah might make it snow over here. Allah making it sunny over here. For example, His narration where the Prophet ﷺ said, if it's a black night and it's a black tiny ant on a black rock, it doesn't move without the permission of Allah. And Allah sees this. So when I was reading this stuff about the religion of Islam, no other religion breaks down the oneness of Allah, and no other religion tell you why you should worship your Lord alone. No other religion, no other God that they worship besides Allah have these type of qualities. For example, with everybody in this room, we might be thinking about something different. Everything we different, Allah knows what we're thinking about. SubhanAllah, this is the Lord that we deserve to be worshipped only alone. Just think about what Allah does every single day. You know what I mean? Every single day Allah's taking the life of somebody or bringing them in. So this is the way the religion of Islam was bringing us, even to the point where Allah said He created Adam out of mud. Allah created Adam out of mud. And no so-called God that they worship created anything out of nothing. Allah tells us in the Quran that we so weak as mankind that if a fly snatch a piece of paper away from us, or if a fly snatch something away from us, a small little fly, if a fly come right now and snatch a paper away, we will not be able to go get we won't even be able to jump high enough to get it back from the fly. So this is how Allah says that we weak. Allah's in control of everything. Allah's the one that provides for the fish and the sea. If you think about all the creatures that we don't even know, every single day Allah provides for the birds, the animals, the dogs. Every single day, this is the affairs of Allah. So this is what the religion of Islam was teaching me. And when I was reading that, I got drawn into it. And one of the reasons why the brothers and sisters, they brought me to the event today is because we see that most of the people here, alhamdulillah, are Muslims, and also we have some non-Muslims here. But one of the things that, I'm a motivational speaker, and one of the things I do, from the permission of Allah, I go around and I like to talk to the youth. We have a problem with most of the youth, unfortunately. We have this beautiful religion of Islam, this beautiful way of life. The only way you can ever get success in this life or the next life is to submit to the will of Allah. We have this beautiful religion, but unfortunately you have people running away from this religion. You have nowadays, you see the Muslim youth, man, they're ashamed to be Muslims. They're ashamed to follow the religion of all the prophets. Why are we ashamed to follow the religion of Adam, Jacob, Isaac, Abraham, John the Baptist, Noah, Solomon, David, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Why are we ashamed to follow this religion that these people were sent with? Why are we ashamed to follow the religion of the one who created every single thing? We should ask ourselves, how can we ever go wrong if we follow the way of life that Allah tells us to follow? If Allah the one who created everything, the mountains, the stars, every single thing that even the air that we can't even see, even the blood that's flowing through our body, none of this stuff will move without the permission of Allah. Why would we be ashamed to follow this religion? So unfortunately, you have Muslim youth, man, and you have Muslims that they're running away from this way of life. They think that if they act like a gangster, they think that if they say my name ain't Muhammad, call me Mo, they think for some reason that they're going to get some type of honor this way. For some reason, they think they're going to get some honor, not knowing that Allah is the one that's in control of honor. And one of the things I want to remind the people and remind myself that we playing with our religion and we playing with our life, and every single one of us in this room, we all have to taste death. Allah says in the Quran that every single soul shall taste death, certainty. And as a Muslim, we know that we now living in the minor signs of the world coming to an end. And we know we have narrations over 1,400 years ago that our messenger, he's so merciful that he even let us know the signs that the world's going to come to an end. So maybe we can reflect and get our life together. For example, it's a narration where they asked the Prophet ﷺ, the angel Gabriel, what is the signs of what are some of the minor signs that the world is coming to an end? I would say one, because this, I'm going to say one of the things the Prophet said, because this affected me to the point when I seen it with my own eyes. The Prophet ﷺ, he said, one of the signs is when you see Arab Bedouins that used to be sheep herders. When you see these Arabs in competition of building the world's tallest buildings. The Prophet Muhammad said this 1,400 years ago. When you see Arabs in competition of building world's tallest buildings, that's a minor sign of Yawm al-Qiyamah. Right now, if you go to the peninsula of Arabia, if you go to Dubai, Arabia, the tallest building in the world is in Dubai, built by the Arabs. Right now, Prince Walid from Saudi Arabia just got on TV the other day and said that he's building a building taller than that building. The competition is going. How in the world did the Prophet Muhammad know this 1,400 years ago when he only started to build tall buildings in the 20th century? So when are we going to reflect? This is something to reflect, because 4 or 5 months ago, 3 or 4 months ago, I was in Dubai. I literally seen the tall building. I literally seen that in about 30, 40 years ago, Dubai was a desert. Dubai was a desert. Now if you go to Dubai, it's nothing but tall buildings. To the point, man, subhanAllah, it even looks scary. And it's not to the point where the scholar said building tall buildings is a bad thing, but these are the signs that Allah's messenger tell us. And it's many more signs that he tell us. So what are we waiting for? Are we waiting for us to be in our grave so then we can say, oh Allah, let me go. Let me go back and then I get on my deen. Because Allah says in the Quran that it will be people like that. Allah said when I take the soul of certain individuals, they're going to say, oh Allah, if you please let me go back to life. I